got rattling in all fucking different places of my vehicle. That's probably what the vibrating sound is. Yeah, so anyway, tried to leave this morning. I went to go take off and my tyres popped. And my tyres were fine last night. When I drove in, they were fine. And now it's fucking popped to the hills. And I'm only managed to just drive down the road. And now my vehicle's fucked, so I don't know what happened. I don't know, like, let's give some context. Whether someone come around and popped it, because I'm obviously subjected to this systemically fucking abusive agenda, or my partner popped it, or I ran over something last night and it was all good and then it slowly went down. Where are you? I am in Taranaki, need a ride. Well, thank you first and foremost, but I'd prefer to fucking have my van in check, so I've got wheels to get around. And the fact that my tyres popped goes and speaks volumes. Takanini. Auckland. Yeah. Well, my fucking tyres are popped. Or one of them anyway. So I literally can't fucking move. And I've, another thing, part of this agenda, they'll starve your fucking finances. So obviously, as some of you know, I've been blacklisted from work, meaning I can't get a job. The system won't allow me to get a job, so I'm just dependent on them, on the Benny. And my fucking money's tight. So I don't even have any money to fucking fix that tyre. What size are they? They're only small. This is like, I got a Mazda Primacy. They're very small tyres. Yeah, I'll come and show you. So I've been driving down the street with this fucking tyre. Look at it. Look at that. And it's almost hitting the fucking rim. Hey. What the fuck? Blood. I'm based in Napier. Yeah, and you are right. My rim's probably going to become damaged the more I drive around on it. That's why I only just drove down the road and, and pulled in because, yeah, it's fucked. My tyre, some of you guys were in my live last night and I was driving around and my tyre was all good. Nah, it's all good, Julie. Thank you for the offer though. It's alright. This is my own situation, but yeah, in saying that, I am basically asking for help, any help and support that I can get. Because that's the thing with this gang stalking agenda, is that it's designed to fucking isolate you. Hey. And the thing is, the reason why these granddaddy Masons do it is because they don't like people who are alone. And more specifically, if you've had a spiritual awakening, and you decide to be on your own, they don't like that. That's one thing they don't like. Because then you're more likely to channel more kōrero and like raise your vibration and frequency. And we're living in times of a frequency war. So they're just going around abusing, intentionally trying to keep us all in a low vibrational and frequency state, as I've mentioned before, because that's, the reason they do it is to control us, keep us in a controlled state. That's the thing. When you got a high vibration and frequency, you're harder to control. You're harder to control and manipulate. But when they got us in a low frequency and vibration, you're easier to control. And it's just as simple as, being in states of like stress, depressed, anxious, anxiety and all those things. Love the way you're so disciplined considering your predicament with the car. Well, I was a bit fucking rocked up before, straight up. But I kind of had to tone it down, which is not ideal, because that's actually a disrespect and dishonor to my fucking body. My holder, by saying, I'll tone it down. It's like, that's a form of suppression, isn't it? I mean, when you're angry, you should fucking share it, express it, not tone it down. But I thought I'd jump on here because there was a little incident that just happened at the house, out of fucking pure frustration, pure pissed offness because of this agenda. And that was before I jumped into my vehicle and found out that my tyre was popped, so that just fucking annoyed me. That annoyed me even more. Wishing you a better Arvo, mate. Yeah, thank you, Julie. I don't expect you to sit here and sympathise with me, empathise. It's all good, but you just fucking sharing. I'll just continue to keep sharing and keep the camera rolling just in case the police want to come around and be weirdos. And act like they don't know what's going on when they're literally fucking watching me 24/7. Because I'm under the 24/7 covert surveillance and monitoring. And it's not because we've done something wrong. That's where people get it twisted. We haven't done anything wrong. Because if we have, then they'd be able to criminalise us and would have been able to lock us up legally. So obviously it's covert, aka undercover, because what they are doing is illegal. It's similar to that of what they're doing over in America. ICE. It's actually a global agenda. They're going around rounding up people off the streets and locking them up. And especially truth speakers. Just like America, ICE is going around trying to use the excuse that, what do they call it? Immigration. Immigration and whatnot. And if you're not a USA citizen, gonna throw you in jail. And it's like, it's bullshit. This is why I speak up. This is why I speak up for, because I don't think people understand just how much bullshit that we go through. Or like I said, if they do, then normally it's because they're a part of it. They know. But obviously this agenda tells people plausible deniability. Don't talk about what's going on. Don't tell them what's going on. I don't know, like Truman Show vibes or fucking some shit. And good on you, we should be thanking you. Well, yeah, the bigger picture, it's not so much about thinking, but it's more so about like us doing something about it, coming together in solidarity, in unity, and saying, nah, we ain't standing for this bullshit. That's the real goal. That's the thing that the government and the system fear the most. That right there is us coming together in solidarity and collective unity. That's what they fear the most. That's why they are doing the most in these times. This is why they are doing the most and going around and individually attacking people and trying to lock them up. Typical divide and conquer tactics, reinforced with fear and scaremonger tactics. Two of their most fucking biggest useful tactics in their book of lies. You know? Fear and scaremonger and divide and conquer. As long as they can create division, within the people. For example, they get some people to gang stalk us, and on the flip side, they've got us. And what are we doing? What are we doing within our societies? You're getting these people that are doing the gang stalking attacking us, the so-called targeted individuals, and we're just going at it. You got us trying to tell people you're wrong, this is what it is, and then you've got them telling us, no, you're wrong. You should be adhering to the system, respecting the police, respecting the law, respecting the government, this, blah, blah, that. So, once again, divide and conquer tactics. That's how they achieve their agendas. As long as they can keep us separated among one another, they win. And unfortunately, we as the masses, the majority, we lose. Because we don't learn the lessons of working together. Coming together to work together for a better future. Yeah, that tyre's fucked, Julie? That fucking tyre's fucked to the hills. And the fucking rim is like fucking scratching the ground. Like, what the fuck? My tyres were pumped. All my tyres were good last night. I was driving on the road. I didn't hear no flomp, 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 flomp. And then all of a sudden wake up this morning and the tyres fucking popped. Fucking hell. Especially us that speak our minds on their bullshit. Yeah, that's who they think, but I think they more go after people that are more vulnerable, that are more in a vulnerable position. People that are more, what do you call it? People that are likely alone. They don't have much support, and they have the means, they have the ability to be able to discern these things and find out who these ones are. Who's had a spiritual awakening, who's likely to be alone, who's likely to not have much family support or friend support or just the supportive system, and they'll go and target these ones. And that's me, unfortunately. That's why I try to use my platform to spread awareness and share what the fuck's going on, because that's what I mean. We are in times of change. I don't think a lot of people clock that. I don't think a lot of people understand that we are in times of change and things are changing. And I know people say that all the time, and people have a generic understanding of it, and they think, yeah, we know times are changing, times always change. No, this time it's different. Fuck. That's why they're running up all this bullshit during these times, because they want fucking everyone to be so stressed out, so energy depleted that they don't have any energy to do any fucking thing about anything, That's why clearly you can see how tired I am, because although they run up all their tactics on me on a daily basis, I still find the energy to come on here and share my kōrero, and speak. Because I refuse to let these cowards, because that's what they are, they're cowards. It's a cowardice behaviour. And the only reason they are doing this is because they've lied. They've lied to us about everything. And people like us understand that. And we're out here trying to inform the rest. And they don't like it, because it means that they're exposed too. Their agenda is exposed. Yeah. Fucking weird. And the thing is, what's likely going to happen is probably I'll end up going back to the house, after that whole fucking shenanigans has happened, because I'm literally stuck. I got nowhere else to go. What the fuck am I going to do? It's an entrapment. It's actually an entrapment. And the funny thing is, I was in a reader's live like just the other night, like 2 nights ago, and she was doing a collective reading, and some of it was fucking resonating hard out, and she literally spoke about entrapment. And she spoke about entrapment, and then the thing is, it's reinforcing the fear into my kids, by me having a natural response to their reactive abuse. Now my kids will be fucking, and that's the thing, they're trying to blame there. See, it's a mind fuck, whānau. And this is why I refuse to fucking put energy on it. Because I'm a fucking black sheep of my family. I'm a generational curse cycle breaker. And this system is trying to pile the trauma on so we can't do what we need to do. And fucking, and on ending those cycles. See the fuckery? See the fuckery and all that bullshit. And it just pisses me off. So because I can't do that with my family, because they've infiltrated my family, or my partner, and my 2 older kids are old enough to understand, so they've turned them into little gang stalkers too. It's fucked. I mean, this is fucked. And maybe I'm not seeing things clearly. Maybe there's a bigger picture to all of this, that I'm the type of person that's very analytical, so I'd be surprised if there's anything that I have overlooked or I haven't, paid attention to. As I was talking last night, very neurodiverse. And that's the thing, the system doesn't like neurodiverse people. And they'll manipulate. People are manipulators, man, hard. And the more light you have, and the more you share it and shine it, the more people are going to come around and try and attack you for it. Once again, like I said, because I'm exposing their secrets, that's why they're attacking harder. Trying to attack me harder. Because it's lies. It's rooted in lies. And like I said, the thing is not to thank me for it. The thing is that we're meant to be coming together and working in collective unity and solidarity. That's the thing. Right there. And what's today? Sunday. Sunday. Fuck, I should have just left last night, I knew I should have. I fucking knew I should have. But all my belongings are at the house. And I tried to get them, and I was told, no, just take you and yourself. Take you and yourself. And I'm like, I need my belongings. Give me my belongings. They're mine. Give me my belongings and I'll leave. So see, this is the thing, whānau. A lot of you guys watch me and think, I'm just just your average Joe Blow, not going through anything or going through much. I go through shit, whānau. It's just that I carry it well, clearly. I carry this shit well. But just because I carry it well doesn't mean I'm not going through anything. I'm going through just as much shit as you guys are going through, if not more. Not that it's a competition, but just giving a bit of context. They don't like realness, real people. People who just speak their minds and say it how the fuck it is. They don't like that. Because this world that they've created for us, that they've designed for us, is rooted in fucking lies and bullshit. And normally when you are a real person, they expect you to be under some kind of systematic structure. Like, for example, committing doing criminal activity, or being part of a gang, or just doing something that's detrimental to your health. See, that's the thing. I don't do any of those things. I don't do any drugs. I don't do alcohol. I don't do alcohol or drugs. I'm not on any medication. I don't do meds. And if anything, that my drug is working out. So once again, this is probably why they have even more of an issue with me. Because I'm not falling under one of their systemic structures of being, alcohol or drug addicted, And I'm not saying these things to whakatakahi on anyone else's mana either. I'm just saying it because that's the truth. It's just that they don't, the more you ascend and start ascending out of their matrix simulation system, the more they're going to have a problem with you. And it seems to be by design that the more people will have a problem with you too. Because, once again, it's a societal norm. Tall poppy syndrome things. It's a societal norm. It's what keeps the system in check. It's what keeps the cog in the machine going. It's tall poppy syndrome. My fucking vehicle's fucked, man. What the fuck am I gonna do? Where am I gonna go park up? I can't do shit. And part of me just wants to go for a run and fucking run it off. Run off everyone's fucking hara, everyone's projections. All this fucking fuckery. Oh, in my room, Don't worry, Julie, if you're still in here, I'm fucking pissed, alright? I am pissed. And I should be going off more than this, but obviously I don't want to be putting that energy onto you guys more than I already am. You guys don't need, and I know you won't want to see it or hear it. It's not ideal to wake up first thing in the morning and hear this kōrero. I can't even I don't even want to move. I don't even want to move from where I'm parked. So I'll park up here. I might as well just park up here. I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna fix that tire, man. And the government has an agenda to go around and fucking round everyone up off the street, round up all the homeless and say, if you don't want to fuck it, But you know what's interesting? Here in the city where I live, there's a woman that always sits right in the centre of the CBD, or, quite central, right by the warehouses. Oh, sorry, not warehouses, supermarkets. And I don't see any cops fucking telling her, rounding her up off the street and telling her where to go. So, it's kind of, I think it's just fucking, it's a system. It's a system is what it is. It's a fucking system. And last year, they intentionally set me up for me to catch a court case to go to fucking jail. They wanted me to go to jail. Or they wanted something anyway. They just wanted to put me through some bullshit, and it didn't work. But now as time goes on, I think what they're trying to do is build a case. Build a case of a pattern. So that every time I become in these states, then they can intentionally induce, create a situation, a case, and set me up and say, see, look, there's a pattern. There's a pattern of him doing these things. And shit like that. So it does take a lot of fucking self-control when it comes to this bullshit. It takes a lot of self-control and a lot of self-discipline. And I think the other thing, to be honest, because they know how obviously the psychology works, and the programming. And not only that, they know that I've come from that background. So, you know, and the reason why I say you got to understand, it's a covert surveillance agenda, right? This is something people I feel don't understand. And they build a report on you. They've watched your life. They've gone around to your friends and family. They've built a report on you. So they know about your life. They know about everything, you know, everything you've done, everything you're doing, and everything you're going to do. That's the thing. A lot of people don't understand. So when I say they, and I'm going on about, oh, they know this, they know that, they know it because they build a case on you. Morena, who is that? Clarity, Morena. Fuck. And the thing is, they know how to fucking pile on the trauma, and then intentionally have you isolated so that trauma is reinforced. You know, it seeps more and more into the emotional body, what should create stagnant energy and blockages, And then you can become blocked up, and then the problem with that is it ends up creating you know, problems, sicknesses, illnesses and diseases within the body. It normally starts off on a surface level of just being stressed, and then obviously if chronic stress continues to persist and it becomes chronic, it turns into anxiety, depression and shit. And then if it's still not addressed, it takes it up a ramp further, and that normally turns into like autoimmune diseases, things like irritable bowel syndrome and all those fucking syndromes and diseases. And if it's still not addressed, then that's when it goes to the further up, to the highest, or what I call the highest before before, you know, becoming Himmel, before you die. So the top of the top obviously would be developing cancer, you know, getting cancer. So, and the thing is, the system knows how to create these things. And as someone who's got first-hand experience in the matter, and I understand how these systems work, this is why I try and speak up about it and let the people know. They can intentionally induce these states and literally drive someone to their deathbed. Straight up. And they don't have to do it in obvious means. Clearly, as I'm saying, this is a covert surveillance agenda. They do not have to do it directly. In direct means, they can do it indirectly through things like organised community harassment, stalking, having people follow you around, having people do all this weird shit towards you, you know. Just by having this shit done to you can actually have you fucked up. Yeah. I feel like this is happening to me, but I don't know who just is. They haven't harmed me, but I know that I have. Yeah, it is, because it's a worldwide agenda. This is what I mean. It's a worldwide agenda, whānau. And we need to get on board this kaupapa and start working together, because if we don't, then they continue to go around rounding up people off the streets, or just, you know, rounding up people and abusing them. We have to start working the fucking together. Straight up. That's the truth. We have to work together, because as long as we continue to adhere to their divide and conquer tactics, then nothing changes. Nothing fucking changes. And they're banking on it. This is why I jump on my lives and speak up to try and create some kind of change, hoping I'm going to connect with like-minded people that are willing to band together and create that collective unity and solidarity, you know. Because that's the thing, when we function in numbers, the same way they do, numbers, then they ain't gonna do shit. They ain't gonna do shit to us. But as long as we're alone and on our own, then, you know, once again, easy target, They look at you like an easy target. Oh yeah, attack that person because they're alone. And it's also by design of this agenda to have you in isolation mode, you know, to isolate you from your peers, from the rest of society. So once again, just reinforcing all these psychological states to induce mental health problems is what it is. And once again, it's a covert surveillance operation, so it's just naturally going to induce mental health problems. Now, some of you have only just come in and you don't understand what's happened this morning. So just to give a bit of summary and context, I went to go drive off in my vehicle this morning and my tyre is popped. So this is why I'm a bit hoha at the moment, and you can hear it in my tone and my corridor, because my fucking tyre's popped and I ain't got any fucking money to fix it. I got no way of fixing it, and it's a Sunday, so obviously a Sunday, not much things are open, so it's not like I can go and fix it. So I'm literally stuck in my vehicle all day. Yeah, same happened to me, bro, 3 weeks ago. Yeah, so I think I think someone popped it, to be honest, because I was driving around last night. I was driving around in my vehicle last night, and my tyres were all good. And then I woke up this morning, I went to go leave, and then next minute, driving down the driveway, and I can hear this thump, 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 thump. Hey, I went to go jump out, and then hello, my fucking tyres popped. Like, what the fuck? So clearly someone didn't want me to leave. Hey. Or fucking something, because I find that, I think someone must have come around last night, or someone popped it. A tyre don't just pop it on its own. Fucking someone's gone and popped it. Yeah. Found screws under my tyres, many. Well, maybe I did drive off, to be honest. Oh yeah, who knows? But fuck, you know what I mean. Just a whole bunch of dumb shit. Found screws under my tyres many times when I park and come back. Yeah. See, this is what I mean. This agenda is diabolical. And the thing is, they blacklist you from getting mahi. So you're financially restricted, So your money is fucking dried up. You don't have money to do things. They do this shit. And it's by design for us to speak up about this and try and inform people that, hey, we need to start to come together. We need to work together, hey, in collective unity. And then it's naturally by design for people to hear all these tactics and go, oh, nah, fuck that. Hey, I don't want to get involved with that shit. That sounds out the gate. Fuck that. So it literally puts other people off. But people got to understand that we're not here to fucking bend to their fucking tactics. The system, the government is all tekel. They don't have power. Like I've been saying yesterday, the only reason why they have power, or that perceived level of power, is because we give it to them. By believing in them, believing that they are powerful, but they're not powerful. We are the powerful ones. That's why government stands for mind control. Hey. Without a fucking government, without people to govern, government, mind control, there'd be no government, aka there'd be no system. Think about it. Hey. It's not rocket science. It's very black and white. It's very up and down. But we have to come together, work together. And the thing is, the divide and conquer tactics have been so reinforced. Hey, now more than ever. So they know naturally it's going to be harder for us to achieve it. And because everyone continues to act in ignorance is bliss, or they don't want to hear about it, and they've gone around, they've gone and ran up the reinforcement of the divide and conquer tactics. And the thing is, these happen so subtly through things like social engineering, directly affecting the societal norms and expectations, that most people don't even clock it. Hey, once again, subtly. So they know how to fucking manipulate the masses. And once again, they've reinforced those divide and conquer tactics and reinforced the fear and scaremonger tactics in the current times we are living in. So it makes it harder for people like us to actually come together and do something about it. I'm from a town where everyone have targeted my family for generations, ostracized and bullied. Yeah. Targeted my family for generations, ostracized and bullied. Yeah. Found screws under my tires many times. Yeah. Oh, fucking hell. We'll DM you. Do you know, which church? It is a church. Nah, it's a system thing. It's a Granddaddy Mason thing. That's why my background says gang stalking programs are run by Freemasons. And the thing is a lot of people get it twisted. They think the Freemasons are a separate identity to the system, but they're not. Freemasons run the system. Freemasons run the system. They are the system. That's why you don't make it big without selling your soul or your ass to some kind of secret society like Freemasons. It's not necessarily your church, and if it is, it means that there's potentially Freemasons or Masonic people in there that have connections to this agenda, and they've decided to subject you to it. The world is rooted in it, believe it or not. That's my honest fucking belief, is that the world is run by these Freemasons, and they have managed to fucking fool everyone, and they going around fucking fooling everyone, and no one does fuck all about it. Hey, no one does shit. They are the system. Yeah, they are. The secret societies are the system. They're the ones going around gang stalking everyone. They're the ones over in America running up the ICE program. Hey, running up immigration tactics and trying to use ICE, aka immigration services, to fucking go around and round everyone up. They're the ones doing all this bullshit that we are seeing in the world at the moment. They're the ones doing all of it. Absolutely all of it. The world's a fucking stage, and a lot of this shit isn't even real. It's been socially engineered for our entertainment. This is why I keep on going on about collective unity. We need to start working together. And if we don't, we're literally allowing them to fuck us up. Fuck the human race over. And that's why they've got an agenda to introduce digital ID to reinforce their agendas of turning us into fucking merging us with technology, AI, becoming cyborgisms and humanoids. And this is the thing. A lot of people don't clock it because they're too distracted. Their attention is too focused on what the fuck they want them to be focused on, which is things like TikTok trends, drama, negativity, gossip, just a lot of irrelevant and unnecessary bullshit that is not relevant to the times we are in and where things are heading. This is why I get so tuturu about this kōrero, because our fucking life and death depends on it. Got to get ourselves right first in order to harness our power to defeat them. Yeah, well, yeah, true that, fair enough, but yeah, I hear what you're saying, but like I just mentioned this morning, how the fuck are you able to get yourself right when they're the ones going around doing all this manipulating, and dictating? For example, I tried to leave this morning, and next minute my tires popped. Now I'm literally stuck. I can't go anywhere. How the fuck you get yourself right when you're constantly subjected to organised community harassment on a 24/7 daily basis? When everyone's coming around doing a whole bunch of weird shit, running up noise campaigns, running up smear campaigns, character assassinating, slandering your name, doing all this weird shit, psychologically abusing you, manipulating you, gaslighting you, getting you to become reactive and just everything that this gang stalking agenda entails and involves, makes it harder for you to get your shit together. And then it's almost by design that they want to chuck you in prison first to try and pile the trauma on, and then when you get out, then you have to reintegrate yourself back into society, and then by that point you've gone through jail, which has been a really traumatic experience. Once again, we live in a fear-based system, so they want to pile that fear on, and have more trauma placed on you, and then you get out, and then you got to find your way. And then we all know how hard it is for people that get out of prison to reintegrate back into society. So 9 times out of 10, what tends to happen is you end up reoffending and going straight back into a cycle. Straight back into prison. And then it becomes a cycle. You're just going around and round in circles, coming out, going in, coming out, going in. Unless, of course, you receive the necessary help, the necessary support and help that one needs in order to reintegrate back into society. But if not, you're going to end up going right fucking back inside. And it's just the cycle. It's part of the system. That's what happens. And the reason why I'm sharing it is because they're potentially trying to do that to me. You know, on top of getting gang stalked out here, then they try to put you in jail. And then who knows what the fuck's going on in jail, because the prisons here in New Zealand are run by Serco, which is a private fucking company. And we know that some screws, if not most of them, are corrupt. So they could literally go in there and then get fucking, people to bash you or something and then unalive you, And then all you hear about, one person killed in the prison, blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. And little do you be knowing, that person was set up to be fucking, knocked off. So you know what I mean? People don't even understand how the system works, how this reality we live in is not, they don't care. They don't fucking care about us. They're corrupt cunts. And they'll fucking fuck you off if they'll unalive you and knock you off if they have to. Got to get ourselves right first. Only a few strong minds that make the collective will be going through character development now, We are being prepared for the big war that's coming, But how are we going to be prepared if we're fucking incarcerated, How the fuck are we meant to prepare if we're locked up inside in jail? We're restricted, we're limited, where the fuck we going to go, within 4 walls, if they achieve their agendas of, imprisoning us, or even worse, institutionalizing us, putting us in a mental ward, in a mental unit, and then you're fucked up, hopelessly dependent on them for medication to keep you stabilized, when in reality anyone that's been on those meds knows, yes, it stabilizes you, but more specifically it fucking zombifies you, You turn into a zombie, you feel numb. And if you know, you know, And a lot of people, unfortunately, are on either antipsychotic or antidepressant medications, especially now more than ever. This is why I speak up about these things, to bring awareness, information, and understanding. The thing is, you don't necessarily need those meds, but it's by the programming and conditioning, which we have all been subjected to make us believe that you have to go see the doctor in order to become well. You have to jump on some meds, but you don't. Because if only people had the correct knowledge and information to be able to keep themselves well enough so they didn't have to go see the doctor, then you'd know how to keep yourself in check. You wouldn't need to sit on medication for life, like the doctor tells you that you have to. See what I mean? We are being prepared for the big war that's coming, I'm going through that now. I was told to slow down and assess the challenge. There is always a solution, Yeah, exactly. Where there's a will, there's a way, bro? But, once again, feeding into their fear and scaremonger tactics, Of, I'm going to go to jail. I might go to the mental ward. I might go here, there. It's all fucking, it's psyops. It's the biggest It's the biggest fucking tool in their book, in their arsenal, in their weaponry, is PSYOPs, psychological operations, in other words, psychological manipulation. They socially engineer these fucking things to fuck with people's heads. I was told to slow down, yeah. Evil can't harm me, and I have to force myself to remember that. I must keep going, Yep. Find out what your powers are, you will know what your purpose is. If you know purpose, there will always be a way of. Well, the thing is, in my journey and where I've come with it all, the thing is that we all have powers, believe it or not. We all have the potential to be spiritually gifted. The problem is that people are so distracted with societal norms and expectation things and too much following the crowd and the herd mentality for them to even give a fuck and care about the fact or the potential that they possess spiritual gifts. See, that's the truth of the matter. But obviously a lot of people have been dumbed down. We've been so dumbed down, and most people's focus and attention, they don't care about spirituality or wairua things. They more give a fuck about TikTok trends, FOMO, fear of missing out, drama, gossip, negativity, blah blah this, just shit that's goes totally against wairua things, And because we are spiritual beings having a human experience, this is the importance of this kōrero, of wairua kōrero. And that's the thing most people don't understand. If people knew who they were on a spiritual level, you wouldn't you'd be unstoppable. You'd be unstoppable because you would know your power. You would know your fucking power, bro. Straight up. Can't emphasize it enough. Will always be a way of escape from ego and agenda in order to keep walking your purpose. We all have to take from one another to survive. No, but we don't. That's the illusion. That's the fucking lie that you have been sold and told. That's the lie that you've been sold by the system. I mean, yes, that's what people do. Sizzlers. We all have to take from one another to survive. That's what the system tells you to do. But you don't have to do that. We don't need to be doing that. Because you're abundant as you are. Everything you need, you already have. You got to understand, everything's inverted. Everything's back to front. Everything that they have told us about this reality is the total opposite. So obviously, everything we have been conditioned and programmed to believe, the opposite of that is the truth. And everything we have been conditioned to believe is a lie. That's why it's his story. Made up. Fucking made up. It's a made up bullshit. For one to succeed, another loses out. Well, that's systematic thinking, Once again, that's system thinking. No one has to lose, we can all win. But yeah, that's very rat race mentality, or the system as we know it. Only weak minds think like that. Yeah, I'm meaning the system, bro. Yeah. I think they try and pile all this pressure on you to force you to go back and surround yourself around people. Because they understand that when you're on this journey, you'll naturally go. The more you seek growth, the more you raise your vibration and frequency. That's the truth. And the more likely you raise your vibration and frequency, the more likely you're not going to resonate or relate with other people. And obviously that's a problem to them, because we live under their system, and they've created a corporate fiction version of us under our name. The whole straw man kōrero. So we're a commodity to be used and bartered with. And the problem with that kōrero is if you're not able to be easily manipulated and controlled, then you're not useful to them. You're of no use. So that's where I believe this gang stalking agenda gets, kicks in a lot of this undercover operations. That's why a lot of people are under the herd mentality and the guise of that. Because as long as you stay under this here, and I'm not saying this so you guys can all go, oh yeah, okay, alright, I'll stay with here then, because that's the safest option. I'm not saying this so you go and think that the sound is all buzzed up. Yeah, of course it is. Let me know when it comes right, when it comes clear. Because they don't want me sharing this corridor, that's why. That's why the sound's all buzzed up. Because they don't want me sharing this corridor. Once again, technological abuse. If you know, you know. What are you saying? Thank you for finally giving me a reason to not help you out anymore. I'll try to help and support you the best of my ability. We were the only ones that actually cared about you. You against each other now, and your children have to pay the price. Not me, not you, not me, but them. So I've made a statement now because I've had enough of the constant abuse from you. Court, what's going to happen now? Blah blah. I don't want you anywhere near me, this house, or my kids. They deserve better, and I will give them better. Keep worrying and caring and trying to help other strangers rather than going back about me. Right? Not just you. Literally broke not just mine, but my kids one day, bro. Then safe space, our safe space. That's fucked. I'm so fucking hurt by what you're doing to me, but I'm not going to say blah blah. Cops will be looking for you due to breach of your supervision, etc. And I will see you in court. Good luck with your life. Blah blah. Fuck off. Did you guys hear all that? Did you hear me? Did you hear me say what I just said? Is it all clear now? Yeah. And once again, psychological manipulation, trying to fuck with my head. Yeah. And intentionally trying to tell me I'm fucked. Bro, you're fucked. Yeah. The system's fucked. The system's fucked. That's why we are in times of a systematic collapse, bro. And alongside that is the narcissistic collapse. Hence why a lot of narcissistic people are out here projecting on other people. Because they're no longer able to hide behind their masks, their image. Because they're getting exposed. And instead of taking accountability of their bullshit, yeah, exactly. Instead of taking accountability of their bullshit, they'd rather cling to what they've always known, their familiarity of maintaining their mask and fooling everyone. So that's what's happening. That's what's happening, family. Yup, don't fucking give up, brother. Never fall, never fail, never fear, never doubt, never give up. People are getting darker. It's because it's an agenda, bro. Like I said, the reason why they're getting darker is because the system has run up social engineering, directly affecting societal norms and expectations. We have AI infiltrating our social media spaces, manipulating algorithms, feeding people what they want to see, feeding the masses up with drama, negativity, gossip, blah blah this, blah blah that. And this is why people are getting colder. This is why people have that I don't give a fuck mentality, and I only care about myself, I don't care about you. And not only that, the reason why people are getting colder is because they're getting intentionally manipulated. Their minds are being manipulated. That's what PSYOPs is. That's what psychological operations are. It's psychological manipulation. Or in other words, having your the way you think fucked with. And this is why people are appearing more colder, because they're too glued up, too fucking caught up in these distractions and illusions to give a fuck about anything. And more people are worried about drama and gossip and negativity and what's going on over here? Well, what are they talking about? Oh, well, blah blah this, blah blah that. It's like, fuck, who gives a fuck, bro? You know? Just worry about yourself. Hey. That's the problem nowadays, and I feel like this gang stalking agenda, by getting the community to participate in it, is just reinforcing the nosy behaviour, reinforcing people's nosiness, and it's actually gone from a form of gossiping, and I believe that workplace gossip and even just community gossip, things like your local community groups like church, sports groups, I believe the whole stalking and gang stalking and just people stalking in general has stemmed from people gossiping. Gossip. That's what I truly believe. That's my honest opinion on that. Gossip has actually turned into full-blown stalking, and the problem is the system's normalizing it by getting these people to engage in stalkish behavior. This is why national government, the party, National Party, the government brought out stalking laws recently, saying they're going to tackle stalking, because that's that whole tackling stalking is rooted in this gang stalking agenda, believe it or not. Hey. People are getting darker. Yeah, they're not very cold. Yeah, well, that's the thing, because we're not cold. So why the fuck are we allowing a system to make us cold, We're spark of the divine light. We are light beings, humans, human, light, H-U-E, light, man, beings. So why the fuck are we allowing a system to make us dark, cold, bitter, narcissistic, doesn't make sense. See? And once again, this is why we need to start working together. We're allowing a system to fucking turn us into empty shells, empty vessels. People that don't even have a heart anymore, have basic human decency. Why the fuck are we allowing this to happen? We need to start working together, pulling our fingers out of our asses, and smell the shit for what it is. Because I'm getting sick and tired of this bullshit. Paying the rent and petrol, having to work a job got us all gassed up. Yeah, it's all just a distraction, because they understand that we are in times of a mass collective awakening, and instead of people working together and utilizing that collective awakening energy, they're doing the total opposite, doing exactly what the system wants you to be doing, worrying about your bills, finances, psyops, psychological operations, psychological manipulation, directly affecting society and societal things, like the bro said. Got us worried about gas prices, food prices, bills on top of bills, reinforcing the stress and the pressure, and having fuck all energy to utilize for the mass collective awakening energy. Instead of people utilizing what they know they should be doing, they've got them too fixated on all the distractions of being too stressed. Don't have enough energy to do anything. Workplaces can be the darkest spots these days, Yeah. Because it's a form of energy, you have to understand that. Now let me slow down, because I'm fucking losing breath. And I'm getting all fucking over. I'm already fucking clogged up because of this agenda. I already got fucking stagnation energy here and there, because obviously part of this agenda is to dysregulate one's nervous system. And as I was talking last night, when the nervous system is dysregulated, the breath is dysregulated. And when the breath is dysregulated, it becomes shallow. When the breath becomes shallow, you're not giving enough oxygen to the cells in the blood. And when you're not doing that, you're creating stagnation. You're not giving enough fucking nourishment, not enough nourishment to the tinana. And that creates stagnant energy and emotional blockages. And if they're not addressed and it's not resolved, then it fucks you up. It ends up causing sicknesses and illnesses and diseases. That's how the system knows how to play on us. They know how to play on the masses, straight up. They know how to intentionally induce certain psychological states, and not only psychological but fucking health problems. And they don't even have to touch you. They just control your perception. Once again, psychological operations. But they're using PSYOPs, because obviously they've always used PSYOPs, but now what they've done now is introduce the technology. They've brought in the V2K fucking tech, kōrero, to utilize that on the masses. They're utilizing the technology now. They always have, but they've more used it on people that end up becoming or that become discredited. They use it on them. They use it on people who have already become discredited, because they know that people don't believe them anyway. They're already discredited. For example, if you get diagnosed with a mental health problem, or you've gone to jail, naturally most people are not going to believe you. Or you're known to have mental health problems, They'll use the tech on these very people. They've always have, but now it's gotten to a point now where they're actually using it on all of us. Believe it or not. And they can turn up the dial and play with it as they see fit, as they please. Workplaces can be the darkest spots. And yeah, coming back to your workplace comment, bro. The reason why workplaces are some of the darkest spots is because the most precious thing that we have is our energy, our modi, our life force. Now, if you're exchanging your energy for a workplace that you don't even like, if you're exchanging your energy for a workplace and a job that you fucking hate, guess what? You're just killing yourself. You're slowly dying, and that's the truth. And I know that's become a normal thing. See, this is the problem once again. Now let's talk about that. It's become a socially acceptable and normal thing to accept the fact that we just go and work a job that we fucking hate, that we don't even like. And because it's become normalized, it's become problematic now. And we are in times where we are starting to understand this and clock it. But like the bro IAMM said, I gotta get myself right. I gotta sort this out. I gotta sort my haora out, so then I'm not looking like this, because even just merely people's looking at me like the way I am. He don't look the part, he don't sound the part, and it's like, hey, something wrong, something don't look right with that guy, But you gotta understand that I'm fucking subjected to this gang stalking agenda. See the background? See the image? And part of that is to intentionally try and destabilize us. So this is why I look this way, It's not because I'm mentally fucked up, but that's part of their smear campaigns and slander and character assassination. To make us appear this way, to enforce the fucking, once again, to reinforce their smear campaigns. And I can't believe that most people are so unaware about what's happening. And as someone that is aware, it's so fucking frustrating. It's frustrating. See, that's what they wanted me to do. That's why they ran me up that yeah, I get it, bro. Yeah, exactly. What I'm gonna say now is speak on my personal experiences with this gang stalking agenda. So last year they set me up, right? They set me up to catch a court case. And then as a result, it was either gonna go one of two ways. I would have either been imprisoned, because they try to fear and scaremonger me by saying the maximum penalty for this charge is 1 year imprisonment. And I spent a lot of last year throughout waiting for that court case decision and worrying about the fact that I could have potentially been going to jail. I spent a lot of last year worrying about that. It was constantly sitting on the back of my mind. And then the outcome of that decision was supervision. So I didn't end up going to prison, but I was subjected to probation. And now, the reason why I'm sharing this is because this morning an incident has happened. Obviously, tension has been building and brewing. And now the police have gone and taken a statement from the incident that's just occurred this morning. And now they're going to use that supervision. They're going to use that supervision to fucking, reinforce disciplinary measures and controls. And say that, you've breached your supervision, you've breached your supervision, blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. And I literally told but the thing is, I've told my fucking probation manager, I told her straight up. I said, I'm getting gang stalked, bro. That's why I'm fucking on, this is why I'm in this supervision. This is why I'm sitting here in front of you right now. Because the reason why I catch this court case is because it was a setup. And I told her straight up. I've even told my case manager it wins. I think they get surprised too when I say it, because the thing is, they don't expect people like me to say these things. But I tell them straight up. I tell them it's gang stalking, and what do? They just, yep, and then they change the subject. They just change the subject and go talk about something else, because you know why? Because they already know what's going on. Hey, they know this is the reason why you're in this fuckery. They're not dumb. That's why it appears like most people know about this shit. Some see deeper, yeah. Stuff, but when you can see too much, it's taxing on the wider. See, that's what people are overlooking though, bro. It's not just about knowing it. The reason why we are knowing this shit is because it's for us to utilize it and do something with it. Hey, utilize the kōrero, the mātauranga, the knowledge to not just help yourself, but help the people. Because that's what I mean. Their tactics are divide and conquer. Think about it. So what's the opposite of that? Collective unity. And when you're saying, what did you say? When you can see too much, it's taxing on the wider. The reason why we are seeing this shit is for us to do something about it. That's what I honestly believe. But, a lot of people will think, that's fucking out the gate. That's... You'll never achieve collective unity, because once again the divide and conquer tactics run so deep, that there's so much division among the people. You'll never achieve the collective unity. That's some wishful thinking, bro. You know what I mean? People will say shit like that. That's wishful thinking, bro. That'll never happen. And the reason why it'll never happen is because people saying shit like that. See what I mean? People saying shit like that, like it'll never happen, is the very reason why it doesn't happen. Because people say dumb shit like that. We'll say, it's just the way it is, don't worry about it, we can't do anything. People saying we can't do anything about it is the very reason why nothing gets done about anything. And the reason why nothing ever changes, It's a system that we live in. You got to understand, it's a system that we live in. It's built on a lie. It's not fucking real. It's psychological operations, aka psyops. These people are not powerful, like I've been saying. The only reason why you think they're powerful is because you believe they are. That's it. Once again, what does government stand for? Mind control. Why do you think it stands for mind control for? Because they are controlling the masses through psychological operations and manipulations. Psychological manipulating everyone. Fooling everyone. And because they've done this over many years, it's by design that people think, no, that's conspiracy theory, kōrero. You're going crazy, you're going mad. Bro, use your discernment. Use your intuition. Use your whatu manua. Use your third eye, bro. But the thing is, you don't know how to. because you're too caught up in their distractions and illusions. And this has been calcified. This is why they fucking poison every fucking thing, you know. And it's by design for all these fucking sheeple, that are operating unconsciously to fucking look at us and us saying this shit and mock us, make a mockery out of it. I've seen a content creator on here that's mocking like people on the streets that are subjected, you know, that are on drugs and alcohol. And it's like, bro, do you understand why they're on drugs and alcohol in the first place? Nah. Because you've just gone and followed the crowd herd mentality of believing, oh, let's create some content out of mocking crackheads on the street. Have you sat with that crackhead? Have you got to understand their story? Because I can guarantee you, that crackhead he didn't want to be on the streets. Hey, do you think the crackhead wanted to be in that position of being on the streets and go, oh, yeah, the fucking government, oh, no, like talking like that? No. Hey, no. But because you've gone and just made a surface level fucking understanding, because you've gone and just thought, oh, let's go judge them. Yeah, that's not the one. Can't be mocking it. We live in a fucked up world, bro. It's fucking fucked. Fucked to the hills. Fucked. Fucked. People are fucked. And because we live in a fake ass world when you're so real, once again, coming back to your mockery kōrero, can't be mocking the disadvantage. Yeah, exactly. It's all psyops. That's why nothing fucking changes in this world. And tall poppy syndrome, things like that, is what keeps the system in check, intact. No one's clocking nothing. And reinforced by fear and scaremonger. So naturally people don't want to acknowledge it, even if they deep down they know it's true. They'll never have the courage to speak and say, yeah, it is. And this is why nothing changes, whānau. Why nothing in society changes. And why shit just keeps repeating. And it's frustrating to see. And the solution is working together. And the times we are in, and where times are heading, we're going to start working together. Because we're going to start to understand that, hey, yeah, as time and time is going on, all we are seeing is cost of inflation, economic crisis, food prices going up, gas prices going up. We can't trust this government. Hey, they just continue to keep playing with us. Yeah, hello, wakey wakey. Are you smelling the roses now? Have you smelt the roses? Have you pulled the finger out of the arse and had a good sniff? Hey, yeah, because it's fucking shit, isn't it? Yeah, now what are we going to do about it? Hey, so this is what has to happen. It's almost like it's part of a process that this shit has to happen. You have to apply all this pressure, enough pressure on the people, on the masses, so it gets to a point where they've finally fed up. People are finally fed up and they've had enough. And they say, okay, we need to try something. We need to do something. We need to try something that we've never tried before, because clearly this government continues to raise our prices and nothing's working. What can we do? And to be honest, I'm surprised people haven't clocked that already. Yeah, there's a process. It's a process that I think that naturally has to play out. It has to play out in the manner that it's playing out, potentially. Everything I just said. It's just frustrating, whānau. But once again, this is all part of the process too, for people like us that know, that can see these things in the wairua, in the spirit, and become so frustrated with people. I mean, yes, it is a form of projection in itself, but it's only because we care. Or I'll speak for myself, I care. You know, I care to see a better fucking future, not just for myself and for my whānau, but for everyone. This is why I speak about it. I don't do this shit for, see, and that's another part of the distractions and psyops. People will look at people like us and think, you're just doing it for the clout, the fame, the attention seeking, blah blah this, blah blah that. I don't give a fuck about fame or clout. But if that comes with the fucking, if that's part of the fucking package and part of this hiding her, then it is what it is. But when people try and say shit like, you're just doing that for fame or clout, bullshit. I don't fucking care about any fame or clout. I just care to see a better future. I care to leave this world and see it left in a better state than when I arrived. And not just for the world, but for my family specifically too. And while I'm out here trying to break generational cycles for my family, my whānau, and through this gang stalking agenda, they're just going around and reinforcing my inherited intergenerational trauma and curses, and if anything piling more on, and then turning around and blaming me for it. See that? It's a whole lot of fucking bunch of bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. And this is why I get so annoyed and so hoha. And it's by design that when you're a real person, when you move with genuine and pure intentions and you function on realism, you're real. And in a world full of lies and fakeness, it's hard to come across real people. And not only that, people that operate on a fake level and treat everything superficially, aka surface level, aka pretending, aka being fake. It's a rarity, isn't it? It's a fucking rarity to come across. It's weird sometimes I think about it, why some people seem to feel collective pain. Because you're tuned in, that's why. Because we're tuned in, that's why we have the ability to be able to feel the collective pain, the collective unconscious or collective consciousness. Because we're spiritually tapped in and tuned in. That's why I have that ability anyway. And this is the very thing that the system doesn't want people to know and do. They don't want you to be spiritually awakened. Because once again, when you become awakened, look what happens. You see right through their bullshit. And now in the name of your corporate fiction, you're no longer beneficial. So now what do they got to do? Run up a covert operation to flush you out. Because now you're not adhering to their standards. So they run up this bullshit agenda to go flush you out, or try anyway. And it'll either go one of two ways. Either you'll allow yourself to get flushed out, or you'll do the total opposite and start adhering and conforming. So, the system is genius in the way they've created it. It's designed to just psyop. Their psyops actually run deep. Yeah. Their psyops run fucking deep. And everything's designed to just fucking keep the system in check and contained, and to keep the masses contained, keep them right where they want them. And their agenda, some people call it 2030, 2040, all of that kōrero, is designed to shut us up and flush us out, is what it is. Designed to fucking flush out the true speakers and seekers and silence them. I can't even fucking move. I'm sitting here, I feel fucking stuck because my van is obviously sitting on a rim. One of my tyres, one of my axles is sitting on its rim. My tyres popped, so I can't even fucking move. I don't even know what the fuck to do. I don't want to drive around because I'm just going to mess up my rim. So what else do I do? Anyone got any suggestions? And quite frankly, I feel like going to work out. That's what I feel like going to do. I want to go work out and fucking work off all this fucking negative energy and all this bullshit and hara. And I'm getting threatening messages, the police are looking for you. I don't give a fuck if the police are looking. Let them look. Quite frankly, they're all full of shit. Like I said, the only reason why they have this level of power and are considered powerful is because we give it. And the thing is, they're watching me anyway. Covert surveillance, gang stalking. So they know I'm saying this shit right now. You know? See, and once again, like I said before, this is why. This is the very reason why they'll flush you out when you start to see through their bullshit. This is the reason why. Yeah, that's a bit scary. What's scary? What's scary, bro? Nothing's scary. It's only scary if you allow their fear and scaremonger tactics to work, Then you become scared, then you become fear. You have to learn to become fearless, because quite frankly, as long as you're under their psychological manipulation, aka psyops, then yeah, you're going to be scared and fearful. And like I said, this is potentially the reason why they are gang stalking people, because now you have the ability to clock their shit. You're no longer useful to them. Now they can't barter and trade with your corporate fiction, straw man things. So now they got to flush you out. That's why these granddaddy Masons are doing the most. What do they call prison? Correctional facilities. Why the fuck do you think it's called correctionals for? Because it's there to course correct your status, put you in a space of confinement. Detention centers. Detention, time out. Go think about it. Go think about your actions. We're giving you 2 years to go think about your actions, sitting in isolation, solitude. Go think about it. And then by the time your time's up, hopefully by then you would have learnt your lesson. And then you're going to come back out in society and actually do what we expect you to do. Do what we expect of you. Adhere to the societal norms and expectations. You're naturally going to come out, because we know that you crave connection, because we understand how the humans work. The human nature is. We are naturally born and designed for human connection. So we know by isolating you from your peers in society that by the time you get out, you're going to want to be, do the right thing. But right is subjective to their agendas. So, once again, just a bit of context, a bit of food for thought. And like they say, you make people think about it. You make people question their own belief systems like fuck. Because I can see it in the spirit. And it's not because I'm intentionally trying to force it on people. I'm just sharing my kōrero. And obviously if you're still in my life, then it means you're resonating on some point. Either resonating or hating. But either or. What you choose to do with my kōrero is on you. There's no obligation for anyone to sit in my lives and listen to what I'm saying. And better yet, take it on board and say, and allow it to change your belief systems, But if you do allow it, then that's on you. That's not on me. Because once again, no obligation to be in my life, That's a bit scary. When I first interacted with your account, I had to lie. It never happened in 4 odd years. Yeah. And I've got fuck all gas because they've been running up psyops for the last 2 days. And the last 2 days I've been roaming around. And my gas was stuck in where it's at now. It was double that. So I had double the mileage of what's currently on my gas tank. Now I've got fuck all. And then to top it off, my fucking wheel is fucked. So I literally can't do anything. My fucking vehicle's like fucking stuck. But there's plenty of cameras around here, isn't there? And this is probably another reason why they wanted to isolate me and get my partner to do everything for me, like go do the shopping, do all that shit too, Because now it's time for me to do that shit. Because I haven't been going around in the public eye, because too much bullshit, which is understandable. You know, that's justifiable and understandable, but still doesn't excuse anything, does it? Still got to do these things. Now I got to go do this shit. So in the same way they try and psychologically manipulate me, you have to psychologically manipulate yourself. See, this is the thing, right? If you're not taking charge of your life, and you're not intentionally programming and conditioning yourself to how you want your life to be, then someone else is doing it for you. And that's the truth. This is why it's so important to take charge over your life. But now we are in times where the government is trying to round everyone up under the one world order agenda, and have us all on the herd mentality, to the point where, you're no longer going to have that privilege. People are no longer going to have that privilege to fucking take control of your life. And if you are having any sense of control, it's within the frameworks and constructs of their system. See what I mean? So it's all perception. It's all perception based. Yeah, look at that. Fucking hell. My fucking tire, man. Oh, my poor tire. Or shall I just fucking stay around here? Shall I just park it up? See, even this place is an institution. Where I'm currently at, this is a fucking an institution too. And ideally, you want to be parked where there's some cameras. So if anyone's coming around fucking with your shit, then you can say, check those cameras. Hey, check those fucking cameras, so we can see who came around and popped the rest of my tires. Oh, hey, I've done some dumb shit. And I know a lot of these people know it's true, because I see them sometimes. They act weird and do their dumb street theatre bullshit, all in the name of the systemic abuse. And then other times they walk past and act normal, and if anything are giving off body language of like bowing the head kind of thing, guilty conscience vibes, So yeah, because you know what's good. And obviously system's telling you to do dumb shit, weird shit. Are there any fucking cameras around here? I don't think there is, But there'll be cameras at other places. Doesn't matter, does it? See what I mean? Doesn't matter in the sense that they're already covert surveillancing me anyway. So they know my whereabouts, they know my movement, they know where I'm currently parked, and if they truly wanted to, they could just come and see me. The police. But they just got to play the game. You have to play the game, because obviously the masses are not privy to this kōrero. They don't think that this is true. Like, how they seeing you? If you know, you know. They have their means to fucking see you, spy on you, for sure, and know exactly where you are. And like I always say, if they can do this to me, they can do it to all of us. What makes other people think they're exempt from it? It's just obviously people like myself take priority, because we know certain things that they don't want us to know. And then it also makes me think that, because they allow people to do illegal fucking weird shit, They could always just fucking smash my vehicle up, which is literally my house, my home, and steal all my shit, and you know, steal all my shit, pinch it, and then what would I be left with? Nothing. Man, I'll be left on the fucking street. So you see what I mean? They're trying to apply all this pressure to, like, it's almost like trying to course correct your status. And like I said, it'll either go one of two ways. Either you'll course correct and start doing a systemic thing, or you'll allow it to just consume you and take you out and end up becoming fucked up. So it's a system, whānau, is what I'm saying. It's a system. It's all by design. So yeah, this agenda, it can either go one of two ways. Allow it to course correct you and force you to do something and fall back within some kind of fucking societal means, so that your fucking corporate fiction is active, and it's actually being utilised in the manner that it should be. Sovereign bond kōrero. Otherwise, if you don't want to listen, if you don't want to comply and conform, then they just flush you out. But then there's a flip side of that. Some people talk about, irrevocable trust and private trust, all of that kōrero. I haven't taken that route yet. So maybe that's the solution to, enforcing my my living being status. Stepping out of the corporate fiction and underneath the living being. I've actually had a few people come in, believe it or not, telling me about that kaupapa. Maybe I need to delve into it more. Maybe then the system would leave you alone, But yeah, as long as you continue to sit underneath their corporate fiction, they basically own you. They own you. And the funny thing is, when they come around and take notes, and come around and fucking take statements and shit, it's like, who the fuck are you kidding, bro? I know you already know what's going on because you're constantly watching me. I'm under 24/7 surveillance, bro. What are you on about? So you're coming around pretending like, oh yeah, take the statement. Oh, did he do this? Oh, okay. Shit like that. Where you already know what's going on. And then they intentionally put you through their systems, oh, you have the right to remain silent, anything you do or say could be used against you in the court of law, blah blah, do you understand your rights? And that's when you say, no, I do not understand. Because it's all psyops. It's a game that they play. You got to understand their systems. You have to understand their systems and how they operate. As soon as you say, yes, I understand, to their Bill of Rights, then they got you. Basically. But a lot of people that operate, as I said, on the herd collective mentality, they don't understand these things. So naturally you think, oh, I've got to listen. I have to listen. Yeah, because you've been programmed and conditioned to. And you don't know any better. You don't know otherwise. Or any different. Shards everywhere. Let the Hunger Games begin! Keep talking shit. Bit of street theatre out there. So I'm currently parked up at the local Polytech. And yeah. And I just jumped out to get some fresh air and already street theatre around me. And slamming the doors and shit. But yeah, they know it's true. I could just read their body language, I don't need a thing. But yeah, the point of it all is just to get you reactive. As we know, that's how manipulators work. People that are manipulative love to get you into a reactive state, a reactive abuse. And as I said yesterday on my live, the systems are just liars. They're just liars, that's all. And they're master manipulators. They know how to manipulate people. And the best thing that you can do is just ignore it. Have to learn resilience and mental strength and capacity.
We receive is but a blind eye. Renee is the worst of us all. Always noisy, endlessly crying, habitually screaming, and forever demanding of your attention like any other selfish child. Is that how that child expresses affection? Or do you find love or joy in her tantrums? We don't understand, but we do know one thing. That selfish child never loved her older siblings, despite all the care we gave her. Does she even see herself as part of the family? Or perhaps, being as cursed as she is, her only purpose is to destroy us.
None of that matters.
But your name also appeared on the registry. Does that not matter at all? The youngest daughter that you love most declared the end of your life. Because of our existence, the numbers on the registry representing your life are depleting. When the numbers reach 0, we will fall asleep with nothing left but gratitude. Fortunately, even when the numbers reach 0, you won't pass away. You were long banished from this world by that thing. You have never lived in the present.
What's good, MSJ? Sorry, I'm a bit like, the story's got me.
As long as that thing offers you protection, you exist beyond the laws of nature. Yesterdays, todays, and countless tomorrows are all but the present to you, as you were forever frozen at that moment that thing took effect. Beyond that point,
I'm very immersed right now. Also, giant tits.
in the endless
Giant
she
tits.
brought upon us, this is the only thing we are thankful for. The malicious curse will never harm you. But even so, I won't forgive that child. Ever.
Bella, managing family affairs has drained you. I'm tired too. Doesn't someone need to spend time with that child later?
I understand. As you wish, Mother. As long as this makes you happy and fulfills your final wish, we'll maintain the facade of harmony until that child's curse destroys us all.
No, that can't be right. Did I curse my own family? Am I the bane of
Thanks
my
for the rose,
family,
man.
causing its ruin? Did I steal Mom's love away from the other siblings?
I do see a lot of Tengen.
Did I even take away their lives?
Look at you, denying that you ruined everything. Exactly like before.
It shouldn't be like this. You're right, sis. Why me? I love you all from the bottom of my heart. Do you all hate me? If that's true, why were you waiting under the tree to catch me?
Love-hate relations in this family are more complicated than you can imagine.
Shit, you telling me?
But no matter how much you doubt
This is just family
it,
trauma.
deny that
Deep rooted at its like
done so
hardest.
much for you. Teresa prepared gardening tools and took you to plant Mother's favorite flowers to surprise her. But what did you do? You barely scooped some dirt before rushing to Mother for praise. When Mother saw the cuts on your hands from fooling around, she scolded Teresa for giving you hard work. You ran around Elliot each day, saying you desperately wanted to grow as tall as he was. So he managed your diet and made sure you drank milk. But you, just because he worried you'd get cavities and hid the candy jar on a high shelf, you complained to Mother that your brother was giving you a harsh diet. Every time you fell and tore your clothes, someone would mend them meticulously. Nevertheless, you always ignored their efforts and pestered Mother for new clothes. Mother's wish was to have a harmonious family. We were all trying to fulfill that wish, trying not to ruin anything. It would have been so much easier to pretend and spoil you the way Mother did. We could have created the harmonious family Mother wanted, even if it was just a facade. That would have sufficed.
Damn. Do I trust it? I don't know. I'm in the same department.
But we couldn't. Even after all your mistakes, we couldn't help but love you like real family. You were our most precious little girl. However, in the face of death, in the face of the curse you brought upon us, even the most sincere love wears out. From the moment you were born, we've been shrouded in the shadow of your curse. The most unforgivable thing is, Mother, she who brought us into the world, was the one to pay the ultimate price. Look, it's playtime again. Your favorite game of hide and seek. You were always the worst at hiding. Anyone could find you easily. You were bad at hiding, but worse when you were it. Once, you turned the house upside down and still couldn't find anyone.
I remember. It was getting late.
What's good, Paul? How you doing, bro?
Quiet. So empty. I remembered the ghost stories you told me. I suddenly felt the paintings were staring at me, and the tables and chairs were slowly moving. I thought you left me
Second month's
behind.
down. Thanks for the heart, me bro. Appreciate you,
Finally
man.
remembered. But now, looking at it, the opposite is true. You're the one who abandoned us. When you started wailing that day, we came out of our hiding places. Do you remember what we told you?
Yo, she bad.
Family.
It's too hot right now. I'm pretty cool right now. My fan's blessing me behind me.
That's right.
And my window's slightly open, and it's like a nice
Time's
flow
up
of
for
air in like all directions. It's great.
Again, we're all alone. Come find us.
I'll be it.
This time, you have to find all of us.
I knew this was gonna happen.
We'll be waiting for you.
The moment she mentioned hide and seek, I was like, yeah, man, of course. Here we go.
It's a gift from Mom to all of us. I have one too. Though I carry it all the time, forgotten where it came from and what it means. Oh, it's so good to be back. I found you. I finally found you. My most important family.
Red letters?
It's strange. Mom doesn't like red. Why would something like this be on her clothes? I'm still bothered by those red letters.
Aren't they the first letters of names?
If they are names,
No one found me? Yay! I'm about to win! I already told you I'd win this time. No one will think Renee is hiding here. It's Renee's secret hideout.
What's that?
me? I thought we were it, so we can find my siblings. But why is my childhood self here? Back then, who was actually it? Was it Mom?
Wait a second. Are we really seeing the past?
I think so. I do remember something like that happened when I was a kid, but I only remembered part of it.
This is trauma and PTSD,
This
you know.
should be the whole thing.
Are you really sure this is the whole thing?
At least, that really happened. Every small thing I remember confirms that they were real. So those words, all those,
She's basically forgot a big chunk of her past.
they were real too.
Is that right? Something doesn't add up.
Please, follow me. That's my hideout.
Oh, you found me. Am I the last one to be found? That means I almost won, right? Next time, I'm going to hide somewhere no one can find. Oh, are we going to eat soon? Remember to wash your hands before eating. My big sis and big bro will check. If I don't wash my hands, he'll pinch my cheeks. He always says my cheeks are like the softest dough. He only says that because he wants to pinch them. I'm going back now.